Hello and welcome to this week's coffee vlog. It's Friday the 23rd of December. I've just done a delivery and heading home now. It's 5 o'clock, so a bit earlier. Not that early, but it's a normal working day. It's not Christmas Eve, it's the 23rd, so what are you supposed to do? Obviously what's dragged out today a bit, because we haven't done a great deal of work, to be honest, is brake on. Dragged out today a little bit is because we're having the floors done in the offices next week, middle of next week, even though we're shut, and we needed to obviously empty the offices of things, which we have many things. Wow! I'll put some lighting on. Yeah, so I had to empty everything out of the offices and removed existing flooring, which were at the time when we moved in, it was a really good idea. Carpet tiles, you get these like square tiles of carpet, and they're relatively easy to fit. You just slob them down, and obviously just cut them up to fit at the edges and whatever else. So we put those down, but unfortunately there were already carpet tiles down when we moved in, and we didn't take those ones up. We thought we'll leave them down for extra insulation to make it a bit warmer, which was a bad move, because actually what happened is they made the top ones move about a lot and wander, and so yeah, over time they've kind of gone bad and walked about and ended up just being an annoying mess. So what we're going to do instead, someone's coming in next week to lay some wooden flooring, so you know, your click-lock type wooden flooring throughout that, which will be obviously a lot better, because it won't be lifting up tiles, wandering about and looking messy and stupid. So we just had to finish off clearing the offices out today and removing both sets of tiles back down to the concrete of the floor, and it's all ready now for someone, for the guy to come in next week and sort that out. So that's good. This week on the whole has been pretty quiet, really. Did a fair bit on Monday, but it's quietening down then, just so I think everyone realised that they weren't going to be receiving stuff for Christmas or whatever else. So yeah, it's been pretty quiet. I managed to catch up on loads of paperwork and stuff. Finally got sorted out with PayPal as far as well, I got the Cuban stuff sorted out. That was one phone call. Told them I've arranged now so that no one using a PayPal account can buy Cuban coffee offers, upholding the trade embargo that PayPal withholds against Cuba. So they took the limitations off my account for that, and I also managed to sort out the PCI compliance with Trustwave in the end, although that took more phone calls to PayPal as well as Trustwave, because PayPal somehow managed to close my PCI compliance account with Trustwave that I'd paid for. So when I was going into Trustwave, I couldn't even do the PCI scan thing or anything. I rang up PayPal. Oh, well, sometimes that happens. Great, thanks PayPal. We'll reactivate it now. I can see the guy over there in the office. I'll get him to reactivate it again. It can happen by mistake. Well, pretty weird mistake, but so he reactivated it. Then I had to speak to Trustwave. And I'm like, look, I'm trying to do this scan. It's a Shopify store, Shopify, biggest e-commerce provider ever. They make a massive sale thing about being default PCI compliant. So what's with this scan? And he's like, well, does everything go through Shopify? Yes, everything goes through Shopify. All the card data, everything done via Shopify. So we don't need to do a scan then. It's like, well, great. So I'll just turn the scan off and then he'd be compliant. Brilliant, do that. And he did it. And now I am till 25th November 2017. Everyone's happy with all that gubbins. So it was a pain, but I got there in the end. So I got that done. Watched last weekend, I think it was Saturday night or whatever else, watched Rogue One, which is obviously Rogue One, a Star Wars story. It's a Star Wars film. I never really, not quite got what it is. It's not part of the main film, so it's like a bit of a spin-off in a fashion, but in a way it is. It's part of the series, or it certainly timed itself in the series of films. Yeah, watched Rogue One, and it's a really good film, well worth watching. Well worth watching even if you're not really into Star Wars, because I think it holds itself as its own. You don't need to have seen any of the others to sort of get on with the film and appreciate it and whatever else. But at the same point, it links in very well, very well with the films. Quick overview, which won't spoil it too much, but it just basically covers how the rebels came about to get the Death Star plans, which in the very first Star Wars film, which technically is third in the timeline of Star Wars films, but the very first one they made, you see Princess Leia on that, I think the ship's a blockade runner that they're on, and Princess Leia puts the plans into R2-D2, and then they get fired off down to Tatooine in an escape pod, and the ship then gets caught by an Imperial Star Destroyer, one of the big Imperial ships. So, oh, mate, what are you doing? I've forgotten. No, yeah, so, obviously, Princess Leia then gets captured from that, and basically this Rogue One is like the run-up to those events, and it actually covers those as well, which is quite amazing. But yeah, it's a really good film. Really enjoyed it. Very entertaining. A lot of action. A lot of sort of dramatic scenes and things going on. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. Good film. So well worth watching Rogue One. Whether you like Star Wars or not, I still think you'd enjoy it. Obviously, if you like Star Wars, then it's a big bonus. And I'm still enjoying playing Star Wars Battlefront's Rogue One game as well. Been having a good blast at that. I'm getting on much better now with my gameplay. Obviously last week I had a bit of a disaster. Oh look, they are now. Hopefully if this records the dash cam, because last week it failed dismally, you'll see, just make sure I'm not blocking anyone, the lovely festive lights that we've got above the on the house. So the star one that's flashing up and down is the one I had to go up a ladder and put up, which is a bit of a pain, to be honest, but there you are. We never put it up last year because it was rubbish weather all last year. I just never fancied going up the ladder doing it. So but that's now very securely held up with multiple raw plugged holes drilled and big screws, and it's fixed on. And then we got the two little ones in the windows as well. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Got all that for festive fun. We're about the only people on the street who actually do something festive by the looks of it. Get myself in here now. So yes, I've been having a good blast at Star Wars Battlefront, and have progressed pretty well, to be honest. It's taken me quite a bit of time to get all of the hut contracts done, and I've still got a couple to go. They are a bit of a pain, to be honest, but I'm getting there slowly. But yeah, other than that, what's I've been having this week? Nothing else has happened so much this week. Just been trying to sort Christmas out, obviously. Been hectic getting stuff done for that, and everyone's been getting sort of excited and ready for it, and we've got the tree nicely set up and everything else, so it's just ploughing on, to be honest. So that's it. Richard, I know you sent me a massive list of stuff to read, but I don't know. I've missed half of that, so I'll see if I get to it. I may do a intermediate vlog next week, I don't know. I'll see what happens. But otherwise, have a very good Christmas, everyone. And I will catch you in next week's pre-New Year Roundup vlog. However I do that, I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet, but I'll figure it out. Right, okay, have a good Christmas. And I'll see you in the pre-New Year vlog. Okay, see ya.